All right, hello there. Welcome to the weather update. It's the 10th of July, 2020. Dealing with Tropical Storm Faye today. And just as I expected, we had a break of blue sky around 5:30 or so. That in between these fast-moving clouds, and I have video of that and the wind. It was pretty interesting out there. Very nice blue sky between the clouds. It only lasted for about 5 or 10 minutes, and then it was overcast again. So let's take a look at the latest with Tropical Storm Faye right now. It is located at 40.1 north, 74.3 west, maximum sustained winds of 48 miles an hour. This movement is north at 45 miles an hour. Movement is north of 14. Yes, it is finally weakening because it has interacted with the land. So let's go and take a look at the latest public advisory on Tropical Storm Faye. As of 8 p.m., this is the latest one now, just came in. 40.1 north, 74.3 west, about 45 miles north-northeast of Atlantic City, and about 50 miles south-southwest of New York City. So the center's probably over Toms River. Maximum sustained winds are 45 miles an hour. Movement is north at 10 miles an hour movement is north at 10 degrees at 14 miles an hour. And the minimum central pressure is up to 1,000 millibars or 29.53 inches. And looking at the radar, you can see most of the rain is over with. We're not dealing with much more of the heavy rain. But we are dealing with power outages. And there are a number of power outages. We've been fluctuating between 3,000 and 6,000 on Long Island. Mostly smaller ones. Not surprising because some of those wind gusts were pretty strong. So looks like you have a couple of 51 customer outage there in Williston Park. Most of these are small, between about 50 to 100 customers. Some of them are larger. Let's see, this one here is 408 customers in looks like Woodbury. A couple more in this area here. Looks like it's mostly on the North Shore. The South Shore doesn't. Oh, the South Shore has some outages too, because they're scattered all around. They're not really in one area. They're just all scattered all about, mainly due to tree branches falling onto power lines, causing these power outages. Looks like there's one in Hauppauge now, as well. So they're all over the place, scattered all around. Not too many on the east end though. Interesting. Well, it's the pine barrens. That's why the pine barrens. Those pine trees can take the wind. It's all the other trees that seem to have issues with them, with the wind. But like I said, scattered outages across the island. Looking at First Energy here, JCP and L, 2,622 outages. And like I said, their number's been fluctuating on and off. Most of these are smaller outages. We can also go and look at poweroutage.us and see top areas. Actually, Pennsylvania is actually number one on the list with 35,122 outages. And most of the problem looks like all scattered throughout the state. Some areas looks like the southeastern part got hit hard. Wow, Allegheny, 11,688. So that area seems to have been hit very hard for whatever reason. Let's look at New Jersey at 3,842. That's mostly JCP&L, and then New York's got quite a bit, 23,084. And like I said, we're looking at Nassau has 5. All right, this is an old number. Okay, so like I said, it was fluctuating. Nassau here, it has Nassau at 5,362 and Suffolk at 902. Brooklyn 339. Queens 838. Staten Island 38. Going to Westchester 2,197. I guess most of the numbers are actually upstate again. The higher numbers, yeah, especially Erie County, 7,250. Nowhere near the storm. So looking at the current observations out here, winds are still gusting, not quite as bad as before, but we're still seeing gusts at 30 to 40 miles an hour. And the buoys, they finally got the buoys back. So buoy 44025, which is about, I believe, 20 miles south of Fire Island, is 74. Wind speed is 29 miles an hour from the southeast, gusting to 38. Water temperature is also 74. So, again, very warm water temperatures. I don't think these buoys provide dew points. I don't think they have dew points. This buoy here, which is buoy 44065, is reporting southeast wind 31 gusting to 40. So again, still got these strong winds mainly along the shoreline. Um, and you can see, wow. Oh, that's the dew point. Why is that saying 55? That's a mistake. I'm just take the dew point off. But you can see it's plenty humid out there. Putting the dew point in makes it a little too confusing. But you can see the gusts are generally up into the 20s and 30s. And if you look at southern New Jersey, you'll see the winds coming more from the southwest now. And that is because the low center is right over in this area, right over Tom's River is where the circulation is. Probably actually a little further. Yeah, no, it's right over here, I think. And you can see the winds come around to the west on this side. So let's look at the satellite image of Tropical Storm Faye. It starts off in the visible, so you can see there it is. Here's that little area clearing. It kind of broke up when it went over Long Island, but it looked like a solid area clearing right over the ocean there. Like clear skies for a little bit, and then it kind of got a little filled in there. But we still had the sun come out here, and you can see there it is moving away. Let's look at the infrared loop here from Tropical Tidbits. And here you go. Here it is moving away from us. And we are going to change this to the visible. Just waiting for it to load. So you can see as the visible, and it's going to shift over to the infrared as the evening goes on. But you can see here that I don't know why it's jumping around. Actually, I don't know. This should be all the visible, but you can see the convection. That's what I want to use. You can see that convection there. We had some of those rain bands move through. The rain lasted a little longer than I thought. So I guess that'll be the next thing we're going to look at here is the rainfall totals for our area. So far, and we'll use this. We'll use this for our rainfall totals. So let's go to historical and let's go to precipitation, and then I gotta change the date to. We'll start this off at 1 a.m. So, oh wow, some areas did get a decent amount. So, depending on where you were on the island, so some areas, it looks like Suffolk County got gypped. Waiting for it to load here. Come on. So it looks like Suffolk County got gypped. Barely anything. Quarter inch or less over eastern Suffolk. Central and western Suffolk got about a half an inch. And you head into Nassau County, and you see some heavier rain. All right, I do not know if I'm buying that 6.90 east of Long Beach. That might be erroneous. But we have 1.39 at 1.39 at Long Beach, 1.82. It looks like Hewlett Harbor, 1.04 in Hempstead. The local station here, the closest one to Mineola, has gotten 1.18 inches. So that's about right. We got a decent amount of rain, but not as much as it could have been. The higher amounts are wasted over the New York City area, where they got into the heavier rain. It looks like JFK Airport got 2.31 inches. Let's take a look at Central Park, 2.44 inches. And then there's a report out of Jersey City of 3.26 inches. So quite a bit of rain. Let's make our way over to Staten Island here. 2.52 in Staten Island. So they got into that heavier rain more. And if you look at New Jersey, you'll see that as well. Let's go look at New Jersey now. Tom's River itself, let's see. Tom's River in the town got 2.18, 2.16 at Miller Air Park. But if you go to Whiting, they got 3.57. So some areas really got a lot. Lakehurst, 3.23 inches. So again, that heavier rain kind of got bunched up into the western part of the state a little bit. While the coast didn't get quite as much. But still a decent amount of rain. And there was a fire in the Pine Barrens today, too. We're going to have to talk about that, too. Let's make our way further south. And it was put out by Faye, believe it or not. All right, there's an amount here at Mays Landing of 4.22 inches. Atlantic City Airport, 3.12 inches. So they got really pounded here. 2.80 inches at Forsyth Refuge at the looks like Wildwood, Cape May, 3.97, almost 4 inches. So they got a ton of rain in this area. No more drought for them. Salem River at Woodstown, 4.40 inches. We're going to have to check some of these rivers out, see how high they are. These are some pretty interesting numbers here. Again, plenty of rain for them. We kind of got gypped here on Long Island. I was really hoping we would get a good amount, but mostly the higher totals are in there, 3+ inches. I mean, that's definitely a drought buster. Don't have to worry about any more drought in that area. But for Long Island, in particular Suffolk County, unfortunately, the drought continues. I mean, we've gotten rain, but it's not enough. It's not enough. So let me go to the Weather Service webpage. Let's see if they actually list the rainfall totals. Okay, here we go. Get a a tally right now so far of the rainfall. So New Jersey, Teterboro Airport, 2.62 is the highest amount in Bergen County. Highest amount in Essex County was West Orange at 2.88. Hudson County in New Jersey, Weehawken 2.91. Passaic County, Little Falls 2.96. In Union County, Newark Airport 2.68. In the Bronx in New York, Harlem got 2.56 inches. In Brooklyn, Flatbush 2.44 inches. Highest amount in Nassau in Hewlett was 1.84. In Manhattan, 3.11. At New York, it just says New York there. I'm not sure, I guess, what that means. I don't know what part of Manhattan that is. I can only assume it's Midtown. Because Central Park is below it at 2.43. In Orange County and Warwick, 1.79. Queens County, highest amount was JFK Airport, 2.31. Staten Island, 2.48 inches. Rockland County, 1.71. And the highest amount in Westchester, where's Suffolk County in here? Highest amount in Westchester is 1.87. And no reports from Suffolk County, which is weird. Where's Suffolk County here? No one in Suffolk County reported this? Alright, that's interesting. Let's see if Mount Holly put up a rainfall totals. Nope, they didn't put a link to it. Okay, so I guess now we're going to look at some of the rivers, particularly in New Jersey, and we're going to see how they're doing. So let's see the rivers and lakes. Get some observations there. All right, it does say that there are 4 gauges in flood stage right now. So let's get the information here. And why am I not seeing anything here? Why is this not working? Well, we may not have information from this. Let's try it one more time. Well, it appears the flood gauges are down, so I can't tell you what they are, what they're saying. Unbelievable. I don't know what's going on with the Weather Service site. You have all these emergencies going on, and there's problems. You could always count on the Weather Service to get information. And there's only one person to blame, and being that the Weather Service is a federal, let's see if we can look at some of these rivers here. Great Egg Harbor at Folsom. Trying to get the information for you, but nothing's happening. Nothing is happening. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Okay. I do apologize, but that site is not working. So let's go look at the models here. Now that this storm is wrapping up here, we can sort of look ahead here as to what's going to happen. I would like to, we'll see if we can get some storm reports as far as flooding goes. There probably is some coastal flooding at the beaches and some beach erosion going on, but we're not going to really know that until probably tomorrow. We'll have more information. So this moves up and away on Saturday. Well, let's go to the upper air first. So you can see this is the trough here that acted like as Joe Chaffee said, like a lever, and just kind of pulled it up there. And you can see that we had that trough is kind of west of our area, and this could bring in a chance of some thunderstorms tomorrow as well, and Sunday maybe as well. So see, this trough's going to kind of linger now. It looks like the GFS is having it linger. It's still over us on Monday, which will keep us from heating up too much. It's Tuesday. But then the ridge starts building for Wednesday. And you can see, though, we got that ridge over us, and we're dealing with the heat. But then another trough comes in, it looks like, around. So and then another ridge, but it doesn't look like a really super persistent ridge, which is a good thing if you don't like extended periods of heat. Um, so again, we're getting some. Let's see if the European keeps that trough over us, and it does. There you go. It does keep it over for it, so it'll avoid the heat. But then after that, we're gonna bake, I think, with that ridge at least for a little while. So let's put this back to GFS, and we will look at the surface. So there's Faye, and you can see that upper level. You can see the chances of precipitation over our area for Saturday. Sunday, less of a chance, I think, and then Monday we're gonna have to watch possible. There's gonna be a front moving through, and it could be some severe weather, and then I think some drier air might try to move through on Tuesday. We'll have a little more of a northwest flow, but then that high moves offshore, and we get that return flow, and we're dealing with the heat again. And you can see that ridge kind of just sitting there. But then another high tries to build in, so I'll have to see what happens. If we can, beat back the ridge at least at certain times, we'll be able to avoid an extended period of heat at least. Let's go look at the NAM 12 kilometer and actually the NAM 3 kilometer. Let's start off with that one. You can see what's going to happen. So there goes Faye going up and in, up and away. But you can see what happens tomorrow afternoon. We have some thunderstorms popping up. We're going to have that southwesterly wind, southwesterly wind, which should keep Long Island cooler. But you can see the storms over New Jersey where it's hotter. And then maybe some more. It looks like one set's going to happen around early afternoon and another one around early evening. And then for Sunday, we're dry. And then we've got to watch for this next system here on Monday, which I'm not going to get into too much right now, but there could be the potential for some severe weather with that. So I guess we'll go and look at the temperatures. Well, let's look at the dew points on the NAM. So it kind of shows you what's happening here, and it'll show you the wind to direction. So you'll see it plenty humid tomorrow. Dew point's going to be well into the 70s. Very humid day. South winds probably kind of gusty and strong. And then for Sunday, you can see that wind swings a little more to the west, which lowers the dew points a little bit. But it'll probably raise the temperatures. And then we have another surge of humidity coming up ahead of that cold front. So we're going to switch this over to the GFS now. And so you see that humidity there, strong south flow for Saturday. But you see that dry air trying to come in on Sunday there, all right? But then we see another surge of humidity on Monday ahead of a cold front. And then Tuesday, our dew points try to drop again. It won't be super dry, but it'll be better than it's been. Instead of dew points in the 70s, you'll have dew points probably in the low 60s, which is going to be an improvement. And you're still dealing with the dry area, and then the heat starts, the humidity stops pumping up again as that ridge as we go into next weekend there. All right, and then there's another front that tries to move through, but this is a signature of a front trying to stall out. Of course, this is over a week away. I'm not going to even look at that. Not even going to look at that. So let's go and look at the temperatures. So tomorrow, according to the GFS did a good job predicting where the heavier rain was going to be, even though I was really hoping it would be over us, but the GFS kind of had the right idea of it being to the west of New York City. So tomorrow, I think the island, pretty much with that strong south flow, will probably be in the mid 80s, probably maybe upper 80s on the North Shore, and closer to 90 over the city, and probably 90s in New Jersey. And then for Sunday, gets a little hotter because we got that more of a westerly flow now, so everybody's going to probably be close to the 90-degree mark with less humidity. Monday, we blaze, so it's probably going to be hot ahead of that cold front with the humidity. So, again, temperatures are going to be up near 90 degrees, probably 90s in New Jersey. See some relief on Tuesday, though. Temperatures drop back into the middle and upper 80s with less humidity. And we enjoy that again on Wednesday before things start heating up again. Thursday, Friday, and next weekend looks kind of hot. But no real crazy heat. The GFS dialed back on the crazy heat. At least not until the 10-plus day, which it always seems to want to do is keep it in past that 10-plus day range. So let's look at our precipitation chances. Our sky cover. So you can clearly see there is the tropical system. So tomorrow we may actually have a decent amount of sunshine before more clouds build up in the afternoon. Sunday will probably feature even more sunshine. and it should be a decent day. But like I said, it's going to be hot and a little less humid though. Monday, there's that front that comes through, and then Tuesday we are trying to get that front to the east of our area and maybe clear it out. Wednesday we'll have some clouds around. Thursday, after that probably we won't have any clear skies after that. We can look at the NAM as well on the skies as well. NAM obviously not. NAM is completely different. Has way more clouds over us tomorrow, so I'm guessing that's the NAM would keep us cooler as a result. And Sunday would feature more sunshine. I think Sunday will be the day that we will see more sun. I do want to look at the HRRR as well. One more model before we wrap this up here, and I'll have to look at the 18Z because I want to see what happens tomorrow with the thunderstorms, and I got to look at Ventus Sky too. So again, similar idea that most of the activity is to the west with that strong south wind. I'm thinking it's going to really keep it's going to be breezy south wind tomorrow. It's going to keep the temperatures on the island lower and inhibit the convection, so it will most likely be more over New Jersey, I think. So that will wrap up this weather update. Take care, and thank you for watching.